Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Benefactor Schlagen GT in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, the Schlagen is actually a car that I have owned several times before in GTA, but I'm not really sure where my cars went. So today I decided to buy a brand new one and customize it again on the channel because I figured why not make content out of something that I'm going to do anyways. So we're going to start off with the armor. We're going to go all the way up on that. The brakes as well for sure. For the bumpers, we do have front and rear options. Now, there are a lot of really good options for this car if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, there sure are. I think that for this build today, I kind of want to go for a Mercedes like Black Series version of the AMG GT. So we'll go for like the AMG GTR Black Series, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we'll go for the pretty extreme aero on the car. I think it's gonna look really good. Definitely go for the carbon diffuser on the back. For the chassis, we can do racing seats if we want to. We can also put in a full roll cage. I don't really love a roll cage, to be honest, so I think we will probably just go for the racing seats. Now, we can add in the racing seats with the racing dials apparently, but I can't really see inside the car, so I guess we'll do it with the dials, because why not? For the engine, we will upgrade that all the way as well. For the exhaust, we do have several options here. Oh, we can make it side exit. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I do kind of like the triple rear exit exhaust. I think we'll go for that one. And for the grille on this car, we can do the alternate grille, the double alternate grille, classic grille with carbon icon. Ooh, I like the classic grille with the carbon. That looks really aggressive. I really like that. Now for the hood, we can add a couple of different options here. We got some vented hood options, which are really nice. Overall, I kind of like the look of most of these so far. The street vents looks really good in my opinion. I think that's the one we're going to go for. Next up for the headlights, we are going to go xenon, of course. And for the livery, we do have some options here. We got the red stripes, the white stripes as well, the mosaic splash, the love muscle, okay, Cherenkov blue, purple as well, rim paint blue or rim paint orange, red abstract, blue abstract, or back to none. Think we're gonna leave it without a livery for right now at least. We'll see what it looks like when we're done customizing, but for right now, we're gonna go no livery. We will do carbon mirrors though, because I feel like that looks really good. For the plate, yellow on black, of course. Now for the respray on this car, it looks really good in like a bright color, like a yellow. So I think there's probably a pretty good chance that we're gonna go for a yellow. Yeah, man, I don't know, race yellow to me just looks crazy good, so we're gonna go for that. We're gonna do that for the secondary color as well, because why not match it up, I figure. And plus I can't really tell what the secondary color does. I'm sure it's something on the interior. Is it the stitching? It's the stitching. That's what it is. Okay, we'll go double race yellow then. And for the trim color, we can change that, of course. I kind of like it in the black though, to be honest, or maybe like the dark steel. Let's go for dark steel just because, why not? Now for the roof, we can add a secondary roof, carbon roof, or we can do an alternate roof with basically little slits there in the top of it. I really like the carbon alt roof, so we're gonna go for that. Next up for these side skirts, we have a ton of different options here. We are gonna go for the carbon race skirts, I want to say. Yeah, those look really good. Let's go for those. Now for the spoiler, we do have several options here. We can go for a small spoiler. That looks pretty good. It's pretty tasteful. The street spoiler is also pretty good. The carbon race spoiler is a little bit more looking like the Black Series, I feel like. However, I don't want to go too extreme with it, so I'm almost thinking of the small spoiler. I feel like that looks really good. It's got the little yellow accents on the sides too. Let's go for the small spoiler. I haven't ever done that option on this car before, so I think it looks pretty good. Now, of course, we can do some sun strips. I really don't love the look of them though, so I'm going to avoid them. Now for the suspension, we are going to slam this thing right down to the ground because it just looks so much better. Of course, this is one of very few cars in the game where you can actually get a super transmission, so we're going to go for that for sure. Next up, we are of course going to turbo this thing, and next up we have to figure out what kind of wheels we want to use with this car. I'm personally thinking of going for the Cheetah Carbon R just to match up with all the other carbon that we have on the car. I think these look really good, so we're gonna go for those. For the color of them, we are also going to match that up with a race yellow, I believe. Yes, we are, because we do have that option, so let's go for that. Tire design, we could put one on. I personally don't love the look of it for this particular car, so we're gonna leave it off. However, we will go for bulletproof tires, of course, and we will of course tint out the windows all the way. Overall, I feel like this thing is looking really nice. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. We're gonna take it outside now. We're gonna do a sound test and a review on the car. All right, guys, let's hear what this thing sounds like. I'm not gonna lie, I completely remembered that this car sounds really, really good. I just wanted you guys to hear it because it sounds awesome. Overall, the Schlagen GT is a really good car. It's one of my favorite cars in the game. It's one of my favorite Benefactor cars as well. Definitely one of the better ones throughout the entire game. Obviously, it has a ton of really, really good customization as well, which definitely helps out. We always love to have, you know, some good customization options. That is always a good thing. So, as far as the Schlagen and how it drives, it is really, really good. This is one of those cars that's kind of similar to the Hellfire, in which you can like drift it very, very easily. You can do the double clutching thing, like you guys literally just saw as I was doing that, except I messed it up because I wasn't ready for it. Basically, if you tap the handbrake twice when you're about to shift, the car just gets an insane amount of RPM and it spins up the wheels like it's just like the easiest thing ever. And it will allow your car to drift really, really easily, or you gain a really good little speed boost when you do it as well. So it's pretty solid. Now, as far as this car goes, handling wise, it is very, very good. It's very manageable, but you can also, like I said, kind of drift it if you want to. However, if you don't want it to drift, it is pretty easy to keep it in check. You can kind of throw this thing into a corner and one of two things will happen. It will go around it or it will drift, and whatever you want it to do is what it will do. So it's really good. It's a really fun car. Now, as far as acceleration goes, it's definitely not the best in the sports category. However, it's definitely not the worst either. I really, really like how this thing accelerates. I really like the performance of this car in general. I definitely think it's a very good car. And for $1.3 million, I think this thing is kind of a steal. I could easily see this thing going for $2 million and I would still buy it because it's just such a good looking car, has great customization, and it's got really, really good performance. Albeit it's not within the top 10 fastest sports cars in the game, so that is a little bit of a bummer. For free mode, it is a fantastic car. I can't really recommend it enough. The Schlagen GT is just amazing. Now, top speed wise, not going to be the best car ever either, but who really cares about top speed these days? I mean, like, yes, yes, top speed matters, but it's not one of the most important things. I mean, I feel like if you have a car that's a lot of fun to drive and, you know, it doesn't go super fast in a straight line, who really cares? Because it's fun to drive, and chances are you're not really going to use the top speed very often anyway. So, in my opinion, the Schlagen is an absolutely fantastic car. You can make this thing very subtle. You can make a little bit more of an aggressive build like I've gone for, or you can go way more aggressive than I've even gone for with this build. So basically, the Schlagen allows you to kind of do whatever you want with it, and whatever you decide to do with it, it's probably going to do it pretty well. Overall, it's a car that I definitely recommend. You guys should pick one of these things up if you have an extra 1.3 mil lying around. Keep in mind upgrades as well, of course, but if you got some extra money and you're looking for a really, really fun car, I would highly recommend picking this one up. Super good car, can't recommend it enough. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for the customization and the review on the Schlagen GT. If you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more car customizations in the future, leave a like, comment down below what cars you want me to customize. I will try my best to get to them. I know I've got a lot of requests that I haven't quite got to yet, so keep requesting in the comments down below. If I haven't done the car yet, I will get to it eventually. Anyway, guys, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.